What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So, yesterday I was watching the crypto market pretty intensely. And the reason why is because things were falling down heavily. And typically, I'm not going into my dividend portfolio and watching that heavily at all. But yesterday was a situation where I had to. Um, I'm not going to sell anything. I'm going to consistently average down in that position or in those positions, as well as the crypto market. If I see opportunity, I'm definitely going to take it. But my mindset was definitely hovering. My brain was moving quite a bit yesterday, and it was all surrounding like, well, if this hits this price, I have an entry point here. If this hits this price, I have an entry point here. Obviously, for copy trading purposes, I don't want the crypto market to drop, but for my individual positions, I'm okay with getting the lowest price possible because if I have that opportunity to buy at the lowest price possible with the money that I have now, I would definitely do that. And I talked to Erica about that. I was like, yeah, if this drops down, if I see Ethereum hit like some of these levels that we see it at, which I will, kind of go through in this video as well. Hopefully I can bring this up. I'll try and bring up maybe like Ethereum or something, and you guys can see that and what my mindset is there. But in some of these things, you can see that um, certain prices or certain lows are way far away from where we are, meaning that we could find it at a very low point if it does get to those points. If we see a liquidation train again and we see just negativity right now before it explodes, we could see so much opportunity, which wouldn't be good for the people that are holding at high points, but it is great if you have any more money to average into the markets with. Now, the crypto market has crashed a little bit, quite a bit, and I don't know if it's finished. We've seen this kind of this movie over and over again, right? It's like a series that is just a great series, and we just continue to watch it. That's what we're seeing here, right? Where it goes down 3%, then another 4%, then another 5%, then overall it looks like it's down 10%. Then it jumps down to being 20% down and 30% down. And that's kind of this just, I guess, recurring movie situation that happens. Time and time again. So I want to talk about the crypto market. I want to talk about the stock market as well and why things have crashed as much as they have and what we can expect moving forward, at least from my perspective. Guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more of these videos. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Patreon, those links are in the description. Also, don't forget about my link for Margex. If you guys want to start trading on Margex, you can trade up to a 100x leverage on BTC, Ethereum, 50x leverage on XRP, Jasmy Coin, Solana, 25x leverage on meme coin. So feel free to check that out. The link is in the description. They have pretty low fees as well. And you can start trading with $1 if you wanted to. So if you wanted to leverage trade $1 at 100x leverage, you'll spend $1 to then trade $100. So feel free to check that out in the description at the top of the description. But as you see here, if we go over to the markets, it's down about 2.29%. It's not a major crash like we have seen, but overall, when we look at the last 7 days, things are down a significant amount, whether it's like 6, 7, 8, or even 11%. In the last 24 hours, things are down by 3% or 4%. Some of the major ones down by 3%. Overall, you're seeing it down by 2.29%, down to a $1.93 trillion market cap. And Bitcoin's dominance is slowly decreasing, which could be a little bit of a sign that we are seeing the kind of transition into altcoin season. Typically, things will follow Bitcoin, but when we see altcoin season, it's more about like, oh, when it's following, altcoins have more of an impact there. And sometimes we'll see Bitcoin that falls while other things do end up running quite a bit because a lot of that money is more of a trickle down to the altcoins than being in Bitcoin. That's where that dominance kind of starts to fall off. People start to move into other positions that have so much more room to grow. But notably, you're seeing Bitcoin down by 3.11%, Ethereum down by about 4%. You're seeing BNB down by 2.24%, 2.6% for Solana. Typically, that's down a lot more than the rest of the market, so that's good to see that not overreacting. XRP down by 2%, 2.71% here, 4% for ton, and so on and so forth. Some things are actually up a little bit, like Avalanche, and I saw Litecoin was up, and now I guess it's down by 3.14%. Caspa is up by 2.49%, and you see things here and there. So it's not a completely bloody market, but things are down. Also, in the stock market, you see the stock market, my dividend position, which tends to not move crazy, it was down 0.67% or $701 in the day, and then overnight it's down another 0.3%. So a total of about 1% that has been taken out of this over or around $1,000, a little over $1,000. And things have dropped quite a bit. I see this as an opportunity. I would love to be able to invest a little bit more at these lower levels. Obviously, you're still looking at major positivity across all of the positions that I do hold. So why have things dropped? That's really the question. And the things have dropped. The crypto market and the stock market have dropped. From what we understand, it's based on the jobs report. So August jobs report from the Labor Department released early Friday showed that U.S. employers added 142,000 jobs last month, up from downwardly revised July figure of 89,000, but lower than the 161,000 figure that economists had expected. The unemployment rate fell to 4.2% in August, down from 4.3% in the month before, and in line with expectations. Shortly after the release of data, market participants were pricing in a more than 50% likelihood that the Fed would cut its influential Fed fund rates or funds rate by half a percent point at its next policy meeting on September 18th, according to the CME Group's FedWatch tool, which forecasts rate movements based on Fed funds future trading data. By late Friday, however, the likelihood had fallen to around 30%, which is lower than where it was before the jobs report came out. Fed Chair Jerome Powell and other central bank officials have signaled that rate cuts could come as soon as this month, but they've stressed that incoming data will drive the decisions on the pace and depth of the easing. So what seems like we would have rate cuts, it's like, well, maybe it depends on the data that comes out. We might end up having those rate cuts. So maybe that's where that's truly coming from, because I don't think this is necessarily the worst data in the world when it comes to the jobs report. But release of any data, people tend to have an overreaction to things. And you see that the stock market reacted in a way, and it seems as though the crypto market is now following the stock market, especially with, in my opinion, some of these ETFs that now flow into more traditional investing, which mean that they have the opportunity to make these moves if they want to, long-term, short-term, whatever, but they have a massive amount compared to an individual person that has, I don't know, $1,000 or one Bitcoin, but they have, 500 Bitcoin or 1,000 Bitcoin or something like that. So anyways, that's where we stand right now. Things are, decreasing a little bit. We're hopeful that we can see things pick up. In my opinion, I think we will see things pick up, but there's always a chance that we could see a liquidation point and a liquidation train happen, which does suck for crypto, because the stock market, let's say if things start to crash in stocks, if things start to crash, they have a stopping point, right? They stop and just let people breathe a little bit and relax, and you won't see any trading for a certain period of time. Then if it gets too hectic again after it opens, trading will stop for the day. There's nothing like that in the crypto market. And you have leverage trading where people have large leverage positions at certain levels and get liquidated at certain positions. No real 2x leverages, just mainly 5 to 10 to 20, whatever x leverage, meaning that you have a more likelihood of people getting liquidated there. And seeing that 7% that it drops or 5% that it drops could then trigger the next stage, the next liquidation or train of liquidations, which could end up bringing us to a lower price. So just be prepared. If you have positions outright, you have nothing to worry about, because eventually we will see that push. We will see it move and move the needle, honestly. And you also will have opportunity. However, if you are leverage trading, it may be a little bit more of a risk right now, but it's all depending on if you're willing to take that risk. If you don't want to take that risk, don't go about it. But if you're willing to take that risk, then it may pay out for you. It may work out. But there's also a chance that it might not. So make sure you understand what you're doing when it comes to leverage trading. If you're interested in leverage trading, I have a link in Margex or for Margex in my description, at the top of the description. Feel free to check that out. I'm going to get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll make sure to keep you guys updated on what's happening with the crypto market. I know we have debates. I know we have more information. I know we have the SEC versus Ripple. I know we have, all different types of stuff that really it could lead to positive things, but also you could see, a negative impact on those things. There's a two-way decision. It's a two-way street there, right? You got an intersection here. You can go that way. You can go that way. You can also go straight. Whichever way you want to go, it's just hopefully you make the right decision based on which way we go. So guys, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.